So after reading Performance by Diana Taylor, I really reached out and started researching mostly about the performance and then the reaction of live audience, specifically from the Cruci-fiction project, which highlighted two men, Gomez and Roberto, who were technically on the cross for about 3 hours or so as a performance. And I think what's really important to lay out here is their location, because they were right on the US Mexico border in LA, California, and they were on the beach in a very public displayed area. And they used this as more of a media platform to understand that they wanted to get people engaged and they wanted the attention, they wanted the attraction, they wanted it to be high powered news. But one thing that was really interesting is the caricature, shall I say, that they portrayed. One man acted as a gala mariachi bandito, and pretty much they were saying that he was crucified by, it said, the INS, which is Immigration and Naturalization Services, and it was just pretty much describing how we as Americans have crucified him for just cultural otherness, not being able to understand who he is as a person. So instead of getting to know him, we crucify him and say he's an other, and automatically puts him up for such a punishment. As well as one of the other men, his name was Roberto. He was shown as being heavily tatted as a generic gang member, and he was crucified by the LAPD, which I just thought was really interesting, because now they show that they've crucified these two generic ideologies of these two people who they probably never met before, but it's kind of all that they see when they look at Mexican men. So I thought that was really interesting. And then when you get into the paradigm of them, their performance, and their live audience, it was the fact that people were watching, but they were so in awe of the melancholic and yet strangeness of the performance that they didn't even realize that the people that they were literally in danger. So they were up there for almost 3 hours before anybody could actually get to them or realize that they needed the help. By the time that they got down, Roberto almost passed out. Gomez's right arm was dislocated, and they really were in a lot of pain. And one of them even yelled out, one of the spectators yelled out, "Let them die." So even understanding that they were only portraying these characters, the people of the live audience, one, did not feel the need to assist at any point in time, and that when they did, others told them not to, just based on who they were portraying themselves to be. So I think a lot of the time when we do a performance and if we have a live audience, we have to realize that we are not the only ones affected by the performance, and we're not the only ones influenced by the performance, that there's always a two-way engagement, because you're usually putting on a performance for someone, and someone is there to watch your performance. So it's best to understand how the two relate and interact with one another, which I thought was really interesting about this project.